Hey guys, so I'm gonna make another video today. It's still Wednesday. I'm gonna make this other video before I go out and hopefully it will upload today. If not, you might see it a day late, but I wanted to make this video with baby Jeremy because today is his birthday. Today is his birthday. Today marks 3 years since I got him, guys. Yeah, 3 years. Can you believe that? I've had Jeremy for 3 years. And if you haven't seen his story, I will link it in the description below for you guys. So you'll be able to hear the full story of how I came to have Jeremy here in my home and how he got his name and all that fun stuff. But this little guy is so special to me. He's very unique from my other dolls in that, well, I think he's my only painted hair baby right now. I did have a Noe sculpt that had painted hair. His name was Jamie. He had painted hair as well, but I adopted him out last year, or like in the fall. And so little Jeremy here, I believe, is my only painted hair baby at the moment. So he is my super durable baby. I can do just about anything with him. I don't have to worry about messing his hair and all that stuff. And he is just so special to me because I got him at my very first big doll show that I went to. This was before the Rose Doll Show existed. There was a show in North Carolina called the Down East Doll Show. Oops, there's a little tag there. Which no longer exists. It was replaced with the International Doll Show, I think it's called. That's in Asheville, North Carolina now. The Down East Doll Show was in Durham, North Carolina. Anyways, I believe that the Down East Doll Show had started the year before I went. So when I went, it was the second year. And it was just such a special trip for me because I went with my mom. And, you know, growing up, you know, like my mom was a single parent and, you know, we didn't have a ton of money. And so we never got to travel. We never got to go on any trips together. And so I really saved and planned, and I surprised her with this trip. I paid for the whole thing for both of us. Riley, watch out, buddy. Yeah, I paid for the whole thing, and I planned it all out. We went to Durham, North Carolina first for the doll show. And we were there for, I'm thinking we got there on a Thursday and we left on the Monday morning. I believe that's what we did. And then when we left on the Monday morning, we went and we took a bus all the way to Myrtle Beach. And we spent 2 nights in Myrtle Beach before coming home. And our like, we got there kind of like around the evening. So we just had like a little evening walking around that area because it was, we stayed at Broadway, what was it called? Broadway at the, oh gosh, what was it called? Something Broadway at the beach or something like that. Anyways, it was a place that had a couple of hotels, and they were all around this man-made lake. And we stayed there, and the next day is when we went to the Myrtle Beach Safari tour, and that was like probably the best part of our trip. Like, the doll show is great, don't get me wrong, but I would have to say the safari was the best part of our trip. We got to play with baby tigers. We got to pet them. We got to hold them, not hold them. We weren't allowed to hold them, but we were allowed to let them run over to us, and we could pet them, and we got our pictures with them, and we saw an elephant. We got to feed a carrot to an elephant named Bubbles. We got to pet it. We got to meet a bear cat. We had it walk across our lap. We got to see a cheetah. That one we weren't allowed to interact with, but we got to see it pretty up close. It wasn't behind a cage or anything. We got to watch a tiger run to see how fast they run. They gave us refreshments while we were there. The best part was getting our picture taken with a chimp, a gibbon monkey, and an orangutan. Oh, that was the best. Oh my gosh, the chimpanzee was so cute. He kept touching my mom's head. The gibbon monkey was grabbing my mom's face with his foot, and I mean, oh, it was just being able to pet the orangutan, and oh my gosh, and we got all these beautiful pictures. It was incredible. It was incredible. And then from there, we went back to the area our hotel was in, and we went to the Ripley's Aquarium, which was amazing. And then from there, we went down to the ocean because they had a free shuttle bus that would take you there. We went down to the ocean. It was a very overcast and windy day at that point, though. So we didn't stay too long by the ocean because it wasn't all that enjoyable. The sand was flying everywhere, and it just was really soggy and windy and bleh. So we didn't stay there too long, but we did stay enough to put our feet in the ocean, and we got some seashells, and it was just such a wonderful trip to take with my mom. And so this little guy is like a reminder of that trip. Every time I look at him, I remember the trip. I remember how my mom was a little unsure about going to the doll show, and that she thought she was going to be bored, and we thought that like we would only spend one day on the showroom floor, and then the next day we were planning to go see some sights in the city. And it turns out we spent both full days on the showroom floor because my mom was having such a good time meeting everyone, seeing all the dolls. She was just like me. She was like, oh my gosh, come look at this one. Come look at this one. Come look at this one. Oh, look at this one. Oh, I wish your grandma could see this one. I mean, she was just in awe of everything and was having a blast. And I think the best part of it was when we had the baby shower that was arranged by members of Doll Fan. And they started it off by going around the room. So they had everyone say their name, like kind of introduce themselves and talk about how they got into the hobby. And I believe, you know, my mom was starting to come around the dolls before this trip, but I really feel like the moment that she really fully embraced my hobby was when she heard the different stories in the room from the different women and how they came to collect and why they liked the dolls. And there was another mother and daughter there that were getting a little emotional, and when it came around to my mom to introduce herself, she started to tear up because she said that she used to give me a hard time when I still lived with her. because she's like, oh my gosh, like I kept seeing her buying all these baby clothes for these dolls, and I was like, what is going on? What is wrong? What is this? And she says, I really see now what a wonderful hobby this is. And she says, she apologized to me for being so hard on me about it. And she says, like, and it was just like a turning point for her. And it really was like, you know, that first year that I went to the show, you know, we talked to a lot of people, we met a lot of people, but I didn't hang out in the lobby at night like I did the next 2 years when I went by myself. It was really a lot of time of just me and my mom bonding and being together, and it was just such a wonderful trip for us, and going to Walmart and being silly, and we went swimming in the hotel pool, which that was the first time I got my mom in a pool in I don't know how many years, probably since I was a kid. She had not been swimming because my mom has very bad varicose veins in her legs that she's always been self-conscious about. And so when they got really bad, she stopped wearing shorts, she stopped wearing swimsuits, and became really self-conscious and like didn't even want to go swimming. And I was like, come on, Mom, you can do it. Like, let's just go swimming. Like, it'll be fun. And so we went and we enjoyed it. I got a bad sunburn though because I didn't keep up with the sunscreen like I should have. But it's okay. It was so fun. And then taking the bus ride, it was a long bus ride to go from Durham, NC to Myrtle Beach, SC. And we had to take, I think, 2 different buses, maybe even 3. I don't know. It was either 2 or 3 different buses. We had transfers along the way, but it was just so much fun. It was so much fun. And I feel so blessed that I was able to take my mom on that trip, and, you know, like an all expense paid thing. And she bought her first doll there. She bought a Lee Middleton doll, and yeah, and then I bought Jeremy, and, you know, we took our babies out and took pictures of us with our babies. It was just awesome. It was a beautiful trip. I will treasure it always. I know when we landed back in Toronto, as soon as the plane landed in Toronto, before we got off the plane, my mom just burst into tears, happy tears. She just couldn't thank me enough for the trip. And it's just, I hope that I can do it again. I know that my mom will never be in a position to be able to afford to travel. But I do hope that one day I can do it again with her, that we can go on another trip. I know one place that she would love to go is Disney World. She could only afford to send me to Disney World when I was a kid. I went with my aunt and uncle and my cousin Brittany and my cousin Jessica, who is Brittany's sister. And I am currently caught on my medic alert bracelet. So if you're wondering why I'm not doing anything with Jeremy at the moment, I'm trying to get myself untangled as I chit chat here. Yeah, so there we go. So, you know, she definitely wants to go to Disney World. And I'm so grateful to her for sending me to Disney World, but I know how badly she wanted to come with me that time. I was about 11 when she got me, like when she paid for me to go on this trip with my aunt, my uncle, and my cousins. And it was a wonderful trip that I will treasure always, especially because I went, you know, my cousin Brittany was there with us. And yeah, that was just a really special trip to take. But I would love for my mom and I to go to Disney World someday. I know Alex and I went to Disneyland in Paris, which isn't anywhere near as big as the one in Florida. But he hates the lineups. Like, he really hates the lineups. And so he said like he really, like he could take or leave Disney World. So I would love someday to go there with my mom. But yeah, so anyways, here is Jeremy. He's all ready, and he is wearing this onesie. It says, "One cute catch," which I thought was appropriate for today because I literally did catch him. I got him right before someone else bought him. And so, he is definitely a cute catch. And he's very special. And also on the butt is a whale. But yes, he is a very special baby to me. And I don't think I could ever see myself getting rid of him just because he is a reminder of that beautiful trip. So anyways, guys, I'm going to sign off now, but I just wanted to change Jeremy here for his birthday. So everybody wish Jeremy a happy birthday. Happy birthday, sweetie. Yeah, you're so cute. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Is a request from a few people. Since they saw my "How do you stuff your stuff" tag, a lot of people have asked how I fold my baby clothes so that I can put them in the drawer in a file-like fashion. So I've pulled a couple of different outfits, different types of items of clothing to show you how I fold them, because it depends on the article of clothing